I'm a wanderer of the soul. Before the end, I plan to behold. But I know I'll lose myself along the way. What's gone is gone. What's past is past. Let me leave what belongs in the past. Road ahead is quite unclear. Let me walk it despite fear. The road stretches over the hills, and I've got many debts to pay. Some are on their own way. My pay is not gold.
Hello everyone, welcome back to RollTales. You know who we are by now. Welcome back to Kingmaker. Once again, like last session, it's very hot. So, you hear fans in the background, apologies, but we're going to have our fans on. We're going to stay nice and safe in this weather. And like last time, we're just going to crack straight on with it. So let's get right on with the recap and let's get into today's session. So, here we go. So, the last time we played Kingmaker, the party were on the road heading to Bokken's hut. And at Bokken's hut, they're basically going to get some supplies before dealing with the situation at the Temple of the Elk, then heading on to deal with the Stag Lord. However, a magical torrential storm rocked the entire region. This produced a creature of elemental fire in constant pain, also due to the sheer amount of rain that was falling. This creature, this striding fire, was absolutely berserk and attacked anything in its sight. The party, however, stood their ground and managed to defeat the striding fire. There was still an elemental storm to deal with though. And continuing their way to Bokken's hut, they bunkered down for the night. Managed to make successful survival and watch checks to make sure that, well, it wasn't the most comfortable night's sleep, but they were undisturbed and they were safe. The next day rolls around, and that is where we're going to bring the game back in for today. So, the Stolen Lands weather patterns have once again taken its usual twist and turn. As the day turns to, ironically, Fire Day, Varus 26, the weather is lovely. It's quite frankly, a lovely day out here today. We're going to start at the usual 6 AM. So, the day and the floor is yours. What would you like to do?
But I can't get used to all this sleeping in. And I'm hanging out with you lot.
You call this sleeping in?
The sun's been up for a couple of hours.
That's fine, it can stay there.
Alright. Should we get this visit out of the way? I am very keen to be to the Temple of the Elk. It's of immediate urgency, as you saw yesterday.
Alright. So if the party gather up, get their gear up, and get a move on, you can make your way into the next hex to Bokken's hut. No survival check needed. Oh yes, of course, I do beg your pardon. If anybody needs to click the rest for the night button, feel free to click that. Prepared spellcasters, whatever you need to do, feel free to do so. And also, please mark off 1 ration each, including BB, and 2 for the horses. I believe someone did buy feed.
There we
Now-
go. 2 rations and 2 animal feeds. I
So,
hope the other one finds something to eat.
Used
inside.
one as well while I was using one at the same time. Oops.
Oh, okay. I won't mind that.
Okay.
Okay, so getting to Bokken's, no check needed. The hut is just off the road. Oleg will give you directions. The weather has once again turned, and it is actually now a clear, sunny day with just squelching grass underfoot. So, because of your speed, you can potentially get to Bokken's with half the day, I would say, and then actually get back to this hex if you so wish, going into the night. So, whoever wants to move the token, feel free to move the token over to Bokken's. Alright.
Me. Always
You
me.
head on, you head on down there, and you see what appears to be a quaint little hut against a couple of trees, standing near a mound-style hill. Not much of a hill, but it does stick out against the landscape. And you do see that this hut, which essentially can be best described as a thatch cottage that's seen better days, has smoke coming out of its chimney, but the smoke is a mixture of colours, not just the usual black smoke, but there's some purples, there's some blues, some greens, some yellow smoke coming out. If anybody is trained in crafting at all, that's enough to recognise, regardless of whether you have alchemical crafting or not, just the basics alone, that is enough to recognise the smell of alchemy happening.
I do have. So.
Yeah, then Isobella, this is a very, very familiar smell to you. What are you all doing?
Dear God, is that sulfur? What's he doing mixing sulfur with?
Just sniffing at the smoke and just acting weird about it.
I wouldn't smell too closely into that. Might be something in there you don't want to be inhaling too much of.
Small amounts, it's fine.
Small amounts.
Completely ignoring the past day.
More-
See what we can do with us, for us. Seems we just buying potions, or
Possibly. I think we're just having to see what he has.
He's been in the area a little longer than us as well. Well, he lives more local than Anden, at least, so we're hoping he could give us a little lay of the land, or touch roots a little more, perhaps.
no, that's my job.
All I need
Yes,
to know.
Anden, we know, but you've been out of the action for a little while, haven't you?
No,
Oh,
it was a.
honestly,
never mind.
Honestly, based on the way meeting other people's gone so far around here, I got a good feeling they're gonna have some kind of task or job for us by the time we leave here.
Probably.
Yes, well, he might just have to wait.
Right, so who's approaching the door?
Who wants to blow up first?
Well, my
Oh,
friendly
you
fellow,
coward,
no,
I'll do it.
All right.
So,
I'll just waltz up and knock on the door.
no response. The door suddenly opens.
Oh, there we go.
Head pops out. Shush! Door shows back in your face.
Did he just shush you?
You might get shot for it.
I knock harder on the door and shout, unless you're working on something that'll explode if I shout at you, I recommend you come right back out. In fact, if you are working on something that explodes in response to loud noise, I recommend coming back out as well.
Door opens. Head pops out again. But booms are fun! Door shuts again.
Oh. He seems friendly.
Balruk has a wide grin
Door-
across his face.
Door opens and another head pops up. Of course I'm friendly. I'm very, very friendly. Very,
Wait,
very, very,
another
very
head?
friendly. No, same head. What, do you
Okay,
think I've got
okay.
two heads? Do I
You
have two
said
heads?
I
Do
could
I
have
have two
sworn you
heads?
said another head. I'm going.
Do I have two? Do I have two heads? Do I have two heads? Oh no! Did that potion go wrong last night? No, it didn't go wrong last night. Hello. Oh wait, there are four of you. Did the potion go wrong again, or are there actually four of you?
Wait, but there's 8 of us.
Oh my gods, Desna, bless me. I am seeing 6 bears. Only kidding. Name's Bokken. Nice to meet you. What can I do you for?
I
What?
turn around, just sort of like pat Kelvhan on the shoulder and say, "Never mind, all yours."
Nice to meet you, Atman.
A pleasure to meet you as well. We've just come along to check what sort of services you provide for the local area.
Potions.
Yes, that.
You want potions?
Yes.
Oh, fine. No. No. All 12 of you, come in. By the way, I know how many there are of you. I know who. Well, I act crazy, but I'm not crazy. Issues. Come on in.
Sure.
No. Basically, with me, I have to keep my mind fast. If I keep my mind fast, it keeps my mind distracted. As long as my mind is distracted, it doesn't think of. He kind of looks at his hands where he sees a missing. Well, you see a missing pinky finger. And even though it's long since healed, it doesn't look like. How can I put this? It wasn't a clean slice. And he just says, distracted from other times. Come in. Bokken at your service. Bokken. Come on. You want potions? I got potions. And my potions are good. You from Oleg's?
Yeah.
Yes, I recognize Oleg's. I recognize his horse brands. No, they're not his horse brands. No, wait. Are they his horse brands? No, that's not Claptrap. Funny name for a horse. That who called a horse Claptrap?
I don't know.
Yes.
Balruk Silverstone, nice to meet you. And I'll reach out and shake his hand like really fast.
He gives you a high five.
Perfect. I'll give a big ol' high five.
You
And he
know
looks-
what, Balruk? You can take this.
Then he looks at Anden with a Hulk Hogan style you stare from back in the day. If you don't know the reference, Google it. You, he says. I know you. Yes, I know you. Don't know you, but I do know you. Do you know that I know you? Do you know that?
I understand. I had a bit of a reputation, as do yourself.
Brambleblush.
Close enough.
Ah, nice to meet you, Brambleblush. Yeah, I've heard about you. I urge you stayed out of it.
Well, unfortunately in this instance, there's not much choice in the matter.
Ah, like
Did
your
you see
companion there.
outside yesterday?
Oh, yes, nasty, that. Nugra, son of a witch. Oh, just as bad as Camille. Ugh. That
Wait,
bastard
you
cut off me
knew?
hand last time he hit my mother. There's no rest of soul. Oh, sons of witches. Ugh. Sorry,
You knew?
what do you mean you knew? What do I know? What the hell do I know?
About
do you know?
Nugra. I thought,
Come on, he says. Anybody with half a brain knows that these storms is because what Nugra tried to do 30 years ago. Where were you, lying under a bush or something? Brambleblush?
What did you go do 30 years ago? Do I have half a brain?
I don't know, do you? Do I or don't I? Strange.
Yes.
You do and you do not.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Who knows?
But
What
there
does
is no
anybody knows?
try.
Indeed. Now, yes, Brambleblush, I know you. Yes, nasty storm last night. Yes. Probably what Nuga tried to pull off. Hasn't been the same since.
No, I just thought this in particular. I hadn't put the pieces together with the stag lord, all right?
No. Oh, stag. Oh, yes, yes. Him spits again. Yes, but no. Don't you recall, Bramblebeard? There was 3 druids who looked after this region. There was yourself. There was Nugra. I know you didn't really meet. You all had 3 different territories, but there was yourself. There was Nugra, and there was the scum of my younger brother, Camille.
I don't remember much about your brother, but maybe it's best not to bring that up.
No. If you're back on the job, he liked to keep himself to himself before he turned into what he did turn into. Look, if you just ever head down south, just stay away from a hollow tree. Or you can, and just beat the absolute living shiitake mushrooms out of him. Urgh. Anyway, you want potions? Yes or no?
Stay away from
Yes.
what? I'm sorry, you cut out for a half a second.
Bokken said, stay away from a hollow tree down south.
Is he talking about the old sycamore that we've already been to?
Do you bring that up as Isobella?
Yes, I probably should. When you say hollow tree, do you mean that big old sycamore?
No. Not there. South.
Okay.
Hollow tree. Literal hollow tree. Sycamore,
Right.
dying sick tree.
So what's wrong with the hollow tree then?
Bastard brothers in there. Reason why Bokken is as Bokken is. But Bokken can still do what Bokken can still do. So, what can Bokken do for you? You said potions, I've got potions.
What sort of potions?
He says, well, allow me to show you. I have potions of all kinds, so what are you buying? And if you look in shops...
I'd like a bigger briefcase, please.
Thank you. Right. So,
Right, well, when I'm going in a battle, I'll need your strongest potions.
well, if you look in the shop tab now, there should be one for Bokken's Hut. For those listening in, because this is now in the podcast format on the U of the Tubes, he has 2 healing minor potions. He has 2 healing potions of the lesser variety. He has 1 potion of fire resistance. Funny that. And he has 1 potion of cold resistance.
Too late for the fire resistance for us.
Oh yes, last night very nasty, but still through the fire and the flames you must carry on.
So, what are we after?
Well, information, unfortunately, but
Information?
and I look at Bokken. I
Yes?
think I've gotten about all I can stand to get.
Well, me and Bokken can talk all day. We see eye to eye on things, I think we do.
Then you'll
Well,
be my guest.
Well, if I kneel down, I will still you, my joy and friend, but yes. Look, just remember about old Bokken. Bokken talk crazy, but Bokken not crazy. Bokken has to keep mind racing, or else he remembers brother and what brother did to him.
Right, no, I'm with you entirely there. No, talking fast means nothing about being no crazy. It means your mind's working faster than everybody else. Ain't that right?
Bokken actually stands up straight, looks at you straight, and speaks straightly. I honestly have no other choice. And a small tear falls below one eye. And then he goes back to his usual. So, in that case, I have potions, I have I love gold. I have information too, if you can. I have
Right,
information
so-
too, if you can get through the ramble.
Sure. So let's talk information. So first of all, you mentioned the hollow tree. Where is that exactly? So we know to avoid it at all costs.
I cannot remember. You see, I have toyed with the idea of giving Camille a thumping, but Bokken only alchemist, Camille full druid, good with. And then he actually looks at Anden. You, he's same as you, good with the wild beasts.
Right, is this Camille someone we need to be worried about, though, or are they just an asshole?
Watkin looks at you and he just says, depends. Honestly, depends. Leave him alone, he might leave you alone, but if you don't leave him alone, then he might harm you. All depends on where his mood takes him. His mood's about as unpredictable as this weather.
Right, so what else do you know about on these stolen lands and all? Any interesting places to check out or to avoid, that sort of thing? We're new in the region, you see.
Absolutely dog fluffle. That's their job. Points over to Anden. Me,
Anden, I am so sorry.
Me, I stay on these outskirts and I do my thing. I sell my potions to the travelers that go by my hut, and well, I just keep myself to myself, and yeah, that's pretty much it, really. It's supposed to be the job or the jobs of Brambleblush, Camille, and Nugra to look after these lands. So,
Right. So you say you have information there, so what do you have information on exactly?
well, information about Hollow Tree. It seems like Brambledish didn't know much about Nugra and what he was doing, and sad story that. Sad story that. I don't know exactly what happened. I respect nature, but I'm no druid. I do know, however, that Nugra, once upon a day, was married, lost a wife, and tried to bring her back.
What, like necromancy or something?
Don't know details. All I know is, went to holy site, tried to bring her back, and ever since then, weather not been so good.
You say holy site. This wouldn't be the Temple of the Elk by any chance, would it?
Temple of the Elk, Belk, Melt, probably.
Balruk is kind of give Anden a look for a minute, like,
Yeah, I mean, it's the most relevant location nearby. That's where I was planning on heading.
Yeah, so 30 years ago, wife joined the dust, and he tried to bring wife back.
And I'm guessing that went horribly wrong. Now he's grouchy, he's making the weather all fiery and nasty.
Bokken shrugs his shoulders. Maybe, maybe not. More than likely. Potions.
Potions.
Potions?
Can assure you, potions good. Bokken's potions good. Good
Oh,
alchemist
I'm sure
is
they are.
Bokken. Would you like any?
What do we need? Does anybody need more healing potions?
Personally, I've got a pretty decent stock because I still got 2 lessers and a minor. Actually, I got 4 lessers on me, apparently.
I've got 3 lessons and a minor.
No, we're doing things specific. It's more about what you got than what we need. I know there are a plethora of things you can be making. And if you're talking about making booms as well, mayhap you got some things that my friend here can use. And I gesture to Isobella, and more specifically, Isabella's gun.
Yes, me smell the black powder. And he looks at Isabella and looks at the rifle. Ooh, Numerian in make. Archivist. Ooh. Ain't seen one of them in 30 years as well. You look familiar. Have we met before?
I'm sure I would remember you if we had.
Maybe meet you, maybe didn't meet you. Were you that woman unconscious that time? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. That was a while ago. Numerian rifle was there though. So maybe it was you, maybe it wasn't.
Did it have a crutch attached?
Oh no. Woman much younger. But
Not me then.
Did you have rifle about 30 years back?
Certainly did, but it's had the crutch on it as long as I've had it.
Interesting then. Can't remember if crutch was there or not. But regardless, if you want me to make booms for the boomstick over there, then maybe I can make the booms to make the boomstick go boom boom.
It's rather a sentimental piece. I don't really want you to explode it in my hands.
No, fire boom booms. Let me hear you say wayo.
Balruk, can you translate?
I think he's saying you can make you either some type of exploding bullet or perhaps some kind of grenades you can throw or something.
I can make my own grenades.
Well then, are you buying any of Bokken's potions or not? I am practicing with things that go boom, but as you see, I mostly make stuff to survive the Stolen Lands.
Listen, if you ever find yourself working on something that might fit down the barrel of a rifle, let word go by Oleg's trading post the next time you have a chance. How's that sound?
Oh, of course, I'm at Oleg's regularly. Nice man.
Wonderful.
Oh, maybe it was his wife. No, not 30 years ago. No, she's too young.
What's this about an unconscious girl you keep going on about?
Back in the year, Bokken did used to travel. That's why Bokken's happening why Bokken is happening in Bokken's hut. Bokken has done his travelling. But years ago, Bokken was on the road, asking random adventurers, "What are you buying?" while revealing potions from under my cloak. And, well, found a party of adventurers, injured woman, really, really messed up. They brought Bokken's potions to heal her. Believe with party of... Oh, that's right. For... Yes. Woman was not one of them, but she was with a party of sword lords. Something about a favour.
Hiss under my breath.
What? Bokken was asked, so Bokken answered. Well, if you're not going to say anything to Bokken, and if you just stand here all day gawping around like hygienic, you're not going to spend any gold, then I will ask you to go. But
Well,
I do.
hold
I do.
on.
What?
With these wildfires going around,
Yes.
I do reckon perhaps a fire resistance would be in order. Some of us got burned pretty bad last night.
Also, if you run into Camille knows wild magic. Potions would be effective to defend yourself against him.
Well, let's not. Either way, I reckon we should grab that.
Yes, you probably have a point.
Well, look, Bokken, while we're here too, I just want you to know, if ever you'll need help with anything, we should be around in the region for quite a long time, since we've got a charter and all that. So if you send word down to Oleg's, we can try and help you out with things.
Sure. Bokken may have job, but Bokken doesn't need help right now. But Bokken will put up a notice at Trading Post Board if Bokken needs help.
Well, fantastic.
All right. So out of game for a second. Anything from Bokken's you would like to buy right now?
I'd love to grab that fire resistance potion.
All right, then it is a merchant shop, so feel free to drop and drag it. We'll
Yeah, I
deduct.
tried to drag it into the party loot. Maybe I have to do it onto my sheet instead.
Yes, because it's set to merchant, so it will deduct your. Oh dear, and it doesn't actually have enough gold. It's 45.
That will be why.
It's 45 gold pieces.
No.
What else are we spending gold on at the moment? We keep going to the trading post and no one buys anything.
Well, we ordered some stuff.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my thieves' tools to arrive.
And my shield.
For those listening in,
That's the other reason we took a detour, is for it to arrive before we actually went on to our real destination.
Yeah, for those listening in, minor healing potions are 4 gold pieces a pop. A lesser healing potion is 12 gold pieces a pop. Meanwhile, the potion of fire resistance and cold resistance actually come in at a tasty 45 gold pieces, which for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, that's not chump change.
That's a lot of money.
Not at this level, no.
Do you reckon we pass on it for now then? I can protect from elements if we know we're going into a specific situation.
Yeah, I mean,
Also
most of
resistance
us-
does.
Yeah, go on. What were you going to say, Greg?
I still have a single potion of it.
Fire resistance.
Yes.
Where do you get that?
I don't know. I just have it. Probably from way back.
I think it's from Eldori Manor.
Yeah, I was gonna say we probably found it somewhere there.
Oh, right, an irony potion. I understand. Like the hunter.
Yeah.
Wow.
We might
Always.
have to pass in that case then.
All right, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. And, all right. Well, Bokken turns round and he says, well, anyway, I recognise Dumblebeard over there, but I didn't catch any of your names, but it was nice to meet you all. Yes, potions. I am always brewing potions. So, yes, Oleg's trading post, and also if I need some strong hands sometimes, not as young as I used to be, Bokken is. So, yes, if there's anything you need, just, particularly out of Bokken's alchemy skills, just let Oleg know, and he can let me know, and vice versa, and I can get it to you. Oleg's is just down the road from me, so it's not too far.
Sounds wonderful then. And by the way, name's Balruk Silverstone. You may or may not have heard of my family. We're from a little bit north of here.
Oh, one of the stone farmers.
Exactly.
Yes, I know you. Well, not you, but I am.
Well, you do now.
Well, I do now, yes, obviously, but I have been to Stone Farm a couple of times.
Oh, have you now?
Yes.
Wonderful then.
Met a man there whose father always used to say stuff.
Oh yeah, that's him. He says lots of things.
Good man. Good man.
I'm sorry if I missed this, but is Bokken a dwarf?
Bokken is human.
Okay. I don't know why. He just kept knowing both of our families. It was just like, you.
Bokken has been around a long time, and you get the impression of him. He acts crazy, but he actually isn't. If you actually take a look around the room, especially with Isobella, you see the erraticness of his setup, but it's kind of like a controlled chaos, Isobella. Everything is in its correct and proper place, and also, even though it doesn't look like it, safely set up and executed. In that case, I will bid you adieu and have a very nice day.
Pleasure meeting you. I'll offer him a high five.
It was certainly interesting.
You go to high five him, and he gives you a fist bump.
Right ho. And Balruk will walk outside.
Yeah. Let's wander off.
All right. So,
Once we're outside, actually, Balruk wants to kind of look over at Isobella and be like, so, are you going to share what that dirty look was when he was talking about the unconscious adventurer, or are we just going to continue being all enigmatic about things? Because clearly, I'm the only one in this party without a strange and mysterious background.
Look, Bokken didn't have all the right idea. We weren't adventurers, but once upon a time, I was in training to be a sword lord myself. It was forced upon me by my family. I didn't take to it. I was injured. I quit and they disowned me.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
Bokken is actually at the door. You didn't notice he was there. Actually, he actually went to do one of his last sort of like headwind things. But as you look around, he's actually standing in the door, and a look on his regret on his face, and the eccentricness is once again broken as he says, I thoroughly apologize. I did not mean to bring up any bad memories.
It's quite alright, Bokken. It's many years past now, after all.
He nods. Time can heal wounds. And he motions to his hand again. But sometimes, what's left is messy and leaves scars. Good day to you all, and safe journey back. Anden Bramblebeard. Temple of the Elk, I believe. Nugra tried to bring his wife back there.
Yeah.
I don't know if the next part is true. So take this with the proverbial pinch of salt. I heard she died in childbirth to their son. Good day to you all. He bows his head politely and properly, and then absolutely calmly shuts his door.
Well, it couldn't be, could it?
Hmm?
30 years. Stolen lands being different. You don't
If you're
think
about
it's his son, do you?
Oh.
Well,
I thought you were about to accuse my training accident of something wrong with the stolen lands. I don't know why.
wait, what's this about 30 years and what? Who's...
Well, I
who lost me
thought
about?
if the Stag Lord's getting some magic powers from somewhere,
You think that the Stag Lord is his son or something?
I don't know, speculation, but the numbers fit, I think.
Huh.
I should have been paying more attention.
Alright. So, the party want to make their way back to Olids then?
Yes, please.
Alright, so you've got enough time and speed of the day to actually make it back to the previous hex. And I need Balruk to make me a flat D20 roll.
Oh boy. That's a 4. Depending on the roll table, could be good, could be bad.
All
Who
right.
knows?
Can I have? It doesn't matter with a natural 19. You're going to see this coming. You
Oh,
return. You return to the road, and yeah, the time would match up. You're 1 day away from your delivery arriving. So, on the road as you return to it, going from east to west, heading towards Oleg's trading post, you see a merchant's wagon.
Oh,
Chat, people listening, whomever, this is why you want to support RollTales. Because this man's brain. I'm just saying. I'm
don't
just
forget to
saying.
like and subscribe if you think that's freaking cool.
That was pretty impressive.
That is impressive. Well, you think we should wave them down or something? Maybe we can get a ride back with them.
Wouldn't hurt.
More company on the roads is usually appreciated.
Isobella, you know from being out this way before yourself with your excursions and knowing the hunters of the region, that usually there is a body or two hired to protect a wagon like this. Sitting on the front of the wagon, looking around, bow ready, but not in a combat stance. You see another familiar face that you haven't seen in a while. As the figure of Hunter McFain, aka Irony, to the local people at Nabacta's Crossing, is on guard duty for this merchant's wagon. As he just looks ahead and he says, "Bloody hell, in the last Atlante's name, is that who I think it is?"
Irony!
Oh, hello. Hey, Tomlin, slow up. I know these four. As a matter of fact, is this stuff for you?
Probably.
Yes, most likely.
If any
Well,
of it looks a little illegal, then probably.
Then definitely.
Well, I can't. Well, I've got some regular supplies here. This. Oh, by the way, he points to his companion who's driving the cart. You actually see a gnomish individual who just looks at you all, and well, the gnome is a little bit, I wouldn't say off-putting, but if any of your ancestral kins or if any of your personal characters know about gnomes, then you actually see that this gnome has some signs of bleaching to them. And for those of you who are listening in, a bit of Galarian lore, the gnomes of Galarion, they're originally from the Fey realm of the First World, but they have a thing where they have to keep moving. Essentially, they can stay in one place for a period of time, but then they have to keep moving on. If they stay in one place for too long, then a process called the bleaching happens, which essentially, long story short, actually ends up killing them. So you notice that this gnome, this merchant gnome with signs of bleaching, looks around early stages, but that image is off-put by the brightest smile on his face as this gnome says, "Hello there, Merchant Tomlin at your service. Nice to meet you all."
Greetings.
Hello.
Pleasure. So, Hunter, Irony, my friend, what are you saying? It was like, well, like, Tomlin, I've got a feeling that half of this stuff is for this slot. I mean, there's this massive shield in the back here. Who the hell's has ordered He just stops and looks at Balruk.
Oh, yeah, that's for her. And I'll point her to Isobella.
Waves little old lady arms.
Well, I suppose you could get some decent cover behind this thing, I suppose. How fares the four of you? It's been near a month. I mean, I wasn't due back out until next week, but, well, Tomlin needed some security, and I must admit, he offered me double my usual rate. Well, you're a good shot. And you're an interesting chap. You've been all over.
Well,
Else?
let's see here. Well, first of all, we got involved in a Kobold civil war. We infiltrated a little, den of Fae underneath a big tree. We battled some bandits. We almost got killed by fire elementals in the forest in the middle of a magic storm, and we met a half-crazy guy who's actually quite clever and really brilliant, in my opinion, who makes potions. It's been a great month.
Been interesting and eventful.
The Balruk seems actually enthusiastic about it. Yeah, adventure.
Irony just looks at you all, and he's just like, so, you've been busy then?
A little bit.
Let me ask you one question, though. There's 4 of you. 5. Sorry. Oh, bear. Nice. Oh, yeah, I remember that bear. Why the hell you've only got 2 horses?
Well, the fire being decided, you know what? Let's scare a bunch of things.
Yeah, we lost 1 horse during the whole fire thing, and then this elf here is so fast that he don't need no horse.
They slow me down.
Okay. Well, Tomlin, they give a bit of extra muscle. You mind giving them a lift back? Oh, yeah, sure. If you vouch for them, Irony, then sure. You're saying that some of this stuff is yours, then some of this stuff is yours. So, open up your party loot, because here comes your orders.
Yay!
So, we got, first of all, a delivery pack, which inside of it, it's a pouch that contains a cartographer's kit inside. Oh, and it's actually ejected all the stuff from the cartographer's kit. Thanks, gang.
Oh, yeah.
Super handy.
I've had that happen before as well.
All right, so, okay. So, let's have a look. There was a survey map. Yep, there we go. There's a writing set and a ruler. Hopefully that's all gone in there properly. I hope. Yes, it has. Thank goodness. Okay, so next up, let's see. There's some thieves' tools with some replacement picks. And someone wanted a repair kit. I believe that was you, Balruk?
Yes.
All right, then. And then, finally, from the Treasure Vault, this big, chunky, works with unburdened iron feet fortress shield.
I'm going to leave that one in the wagon until I get back and can swap things out properly. Because it's quite heavy to lug around.
All right. So, feel free to take your stuff. It is available to you. And I presume then you are making your way back to Oleg's trading post?
Yep, I'm assuming we want to just ride the wagon and go back with him.
Yeah.
All right. So, you essentially bunker down for the night, and we'll take it into the next day. Is there anything you would like to RP here tonight? Or do you just wanna get
Balruk
back to
does need
her?
to talk to Irony at some point.
Yeah, sure, we can do that tonight. Why the hell's not? We've had a crazy couple of sessions, so let's chill it down a bit. So, you asked to speak to Hunter, and asking you shall receive. What was it you'd like to talk to him about?
So he'll kind of wait for a moment when him and Irony, can kind of just chat to themselves a little bit. I say, so Irony, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're from the Vactor's Crossing, eh?
Not originally, but I live there now, yes.
Right. Are you familiar with the Ironsmith family by any chance?
Let me open his character sheet. Let's see. He turns around and he will say... Sort of? I know of them, but I do not know them, Balruk. Why?
You remember when we first met on the road and then got a little further down and we got attacked by them bandits with the wagons?
Oh, yes.
Well, turns out after I did some research on that sigil they had on them, those were some of the Ironsmith's boys.
Oh, dear.
I've been trying to track them down. I wanted to send a letter to their folks and let them know what happened. Didn't think it'd be fair to leave a family wondering what happened to their kids if I can help it. So I was wondering if maybe you'd be willing to take them a letter when you go back.
I think you'll have to speak to Tomlin. You see, once I get to the trading post myself, I am out for the month, as I mentioned to you last time. The guard detail is just going to be... Well, I heard the Hearthhome boys are at the trading post. I was just going to borrow one of them.
Alright. I can talk to him then, see maybe he can bring it back.
Sure, not a problem. Yeah, I'm just about to head out for... Alright. Are you okay? You look a little different.
Oh, it's just been a long month, Got my confidence up and all that, but it's still just a little hard sometimes. Lots of things happening. Some of them fun and adventurous, some of them not so elegant,
I think you'll find that when you do this sort of thing, that's going to happen quite a bit. You're going to have your ups and you're going to have your downs, my friend.
Indeed. I'm just, I know it's all about growing into the position and all, but I don't like some of the things that this adventuring's done to me.
As I journeyed across Galarion, I did some things that I'm not proud of. I wouldn't say I was an adventurer per se, but me and Kiva did get into adventures. It's part and parcel of this world. People, when you do what we do, you're going to change, and it's okay to change. I mean, there was a big change when I lost Kiva, but it's okay to change, in my opinion, as long as you remember who you used to be and all the different changes you go through. It sounds weird considering adventuring is such a, I don't know, an unusual, amazing life, but it's very natural. I mean, personally, when I traveled, I learnt stories about my patron deity, or humanity's patron deity, and now I find the stories of Eredin fascinating. But yet, if I say that to the wrong people, they give me funny looks because of everything that bastard has done to the world as we know it today. So what I'm trying to say is, that was one aspect of me that changed. I became fascinated with the last Aslanti, and that had an impact on people all around me. And that is going to happen to you, especially as you are working for one of these charters. You have just got to take it on the chin, my friend, and do the best you can. Just don't forget who you are.
Well, that's the thing, though, Irony. See, before we left on this whole journey, we had the whole adventure back in the city and all that. I think we told you something about what happened back in Restov. There's this slimy fella that no one else really liked, but I figured, I'd show him the better way, and I'd be the big man and all, and tried to make friends and that sort of thing, and prided myself again and again, and always doing the right thing that a good dwarf should do. Well, we learned some more about him and learned just what his motives are and the kind of person he is, and I'm not saying I'm right or wrong or nothing. What I'm saying is, for the first time in my life, Irony, I want nothing more than to put my axe in somebody's head. And that's a bit scary to me, because I always thought there was a better way to do things. But for the first time, the only way I see making the world a better place with that one is putting him down for good. And I don't know if that's growth or that's something scary. I haven't quite figured that one out yet.
I'm fascinated by a man who became a god, who thought he knew what was best for humanity, and did great things for humanity, but at the cost to others. I think, if anything, that the stories of Eredin have taught me over the years is you can only do, in my opinion, what you can do at the time. What it's going to have for your future, nobody knows anymore. This is the age of lost omens after all. So what I'm getting at, and again this is just my opinion, is you can only do what you can do in the now. If you're scared about what you're turning into, then I don't think you should be. Maybe you will turn into something you don't want to be. But if I get an impression of knowing you for as long as I have, Balruk Silverstone, even from our first meeting, whatever you turn into, it will be something or someone that you don't want to be. This slimy gnome you're talking about, if you want to take your mace and drive it through his face, then I get the impression of you that this gnome maybe deserves it. I don't know, I was not there, I can't judge the situation for myself, but maybe he deserves it. Just do what you can do, and whatever happens, happens. I wouldn't worry about it, just deal with it as it happens.
And yet, you gotta wonder if the druid who's responsible for all the bullshit happening right now, all he apparently tried to do was bring back a person he loved, and it may have led to some serious crap happening. So it makes you wonder if we should always do what we can do. Or maybe it's sometimes better just to not.
Well, that's the point, I suppose. When to do it, when not to do it. Screw the future. Think about the now. Make the best course of action you can. I'm married to a priest of Pharasma. And if there's one thing that I have learnt through her, and the holy text of the Lady of Graves, is balance in all things. It's a bit like nature. But again, I suppose death and birth is a part of nature. So, if some druid tried to bring his wife back, that could be considered to be a noble thing to some, maybe an ignoble thing to others. It all depends, I suppose, how he tried to do it.
Laura just kind of nods. Anyway, I didn't mean to go off on some type of philosophical rant or nothing. It's just been a long month.
He looks at you and he says, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. I've seen a few things, perhaps more than someone for one of my years. I've seen, ever since I was a nipper, orcs try to destroy my home. And I've walked the lands, I've seen Last Wall, and I've been to the far reaches of Varisia, from Riddleport to Corvosa. I've even glanced upon Jandahof. I've even wanted to head south. I wanted to see Absalon, and I even got a look at it. Didn't stay there for very long, but, I saw Absalon. I went to this quiet little village, and I've seen a lot. And it's going to get to you. Just honestly try not to worry about it. I know that's easier said than done, but at the end of the day, we can only do what we can do. So, yeah, just sit back, chill out, and if you need to get it off your chest, well, if I'm around, I can help you out there. And if not, maybe do one of these four, if you get to know them.
Maybe.
They could have... Yeah. Everything in time, Balruk Silverstone. Everything in time.
Yeah, the others, they're good folk, but I don't know, sometimes I feel like I don't quite fit with them or something. All of them are a lot older, they've seen and done lots of things, and I'm just this youngster trying to keep up. But we'll see. Everyone's got to start somewhere, I suppose.
Irony speaks up to the other four members of the party. Hey, have you lot been able to keep each other alive?
Pretty much.
Not for lack of trying.
I prep 2 healing spells a day, and I got potions and dirt.
Irony looks at you and breaks out a very uncommon swear word. Look, you belong with them. Shut the fuck up.
Fair enough.
And with that, the wagons start to proceed back to the trading post. And I think that's actually a nice little RP point to close Kingmaker for today. Because when we return, we'll be back at the trading post. And then it's going to be onward to whatever insanity awaits at the Temple of the Elks. So we'll close that there for today. All right.
Also, when we return, it'll hopefully be a lower fucking temperature.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, we count on it.
And I'm going to talk about that, actually. I mentioned last session about if the temperature, we're going to stay safe. So all I'm just going to say is, please keep an eye on RollTales' social media, either the community posts on the YouTube channel or at Twitter, at RollTales. And basically, we are going to be constantly updating in regards to our recordings, our games, because I'm going to be blunt about this. What rule one of this channel is always real life comes first. So if the show or if the game needs to break again because it's too hot, then we're going to break again because it's too hot. I hope you all understand, and just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. At time of recording, the first session of this game has hit 3.4k views on YouTube. And I've never expected that in a million friggin' years. So honestly, thank you so very much. But please keep an eye on the social medias. We will inform if we need to break again because of this weather, because it's not funny right now, and we want to stay safe and healthy. But
Yeah, especially because a lot of us don't live alone, so we have to be in closed rooms while recording.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yes, yeah, there we go. My office is pretty toasty today. But yet, my thanks to you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, as ever, the likes and subscribes to year of 1,000 subscribers. Smash those buttons. It really is a big help. You have absolutely no idea when you're playing this YouTube game. And to my players as well. Thank you for today. It's hot. It's been bothersome. But we got through it. And I appreciate all four of you very, very much. Till next time, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you down the road for more Kingmaker. Bye-bye.